How you doing, fight fans? This is Boxing Knowledge coming at you once again. This time around with my post-fight thoughts on the Nate Campbell versus Victor Ortiz fight, as well as the Paulie Malignaggi fight against Amir Khan. I did do a prediction on these two fights. First, I'd like to talk about Victor Ortiz against Nate Campbell. I predicted that Ortiz would be too young, too fresh, too focused, too determined, too skillful, too fast for Nate Campbell. I saw Victor Ortiz cruising to a unanimous decision. That's what happened. I just don't think that Nate Campbell's got any more virtuoso performances left in him. Maybe one. So I'm pretty sure that he's pretty much washed up at the 140-pound division. I mean, not washed up, but I mean he'll never be mentioned as an elite contender, and that would have happened with Victor Ortiz as well, you know. Although I did not see much of the fight. Actually, I saw. Okay, now I'd like to move on and dedicate the better part of this video to the Paulie Malignaggi versus Amir Khan fight. Guys, I mean, what a fight, you know. First of all, I didn't watch it at home or at a residential place. For the first time, I decided to go to the casino and watch it. Me and a buddy of mine, we decided to go to Caesar's Palace in this place called the Toga Bar. So, you know, we were doing our thing, you know, just, you know, watching the fight, but it wasn't the same atmosphere because, you know, there was club music playing around the background, you know, drunk chicks everywhere. I mean, that's fine, but I mean, I guess people who are obsessed with boxing as much as I am are slightly socially maladjusted when it comes to being in social situations, especially when there's championship boxing in the background. Anyway, guys, so I remembered, you know, asking people to move because I wanted to see the fight, and I saw the whole fight, but I missed the stoppage, and I'll tell you why. Buddy of mine comes over and says that he introduced me to this really hot girl, this real beautiful girl. And during the introduction, you know, because I was focused, I just said, hi, you know, what's up? I told her my name, and, you know, and I was going to hook up with her later, but I figured, you know, I excused myself, and by the time I went back, and it all happened, it must have lasted like 35 seconds, but when I looked back, the fight was over. You know, Paulie got stopped. But I can tell you guys, you know, it sucks because I really wanted to see this. Well, I saw a stoppage on replay, but still, you know. I didn't see the KO coming, the late KO, and I'll tell you why. Because, you know, Paulie, like I mentioned in my prediction video, Paulie Malignaggi, he's got a heck of a beard. You know, he's been in there with big punchers. You know, Miguel Cotto, Ricky Hatton, to name a few. All right, he's been in there with big punchers, and he's got a. As a matter of fact, he was taking flush hits all night long. Flush hits all night long he was taking. So I mean, very good call by the ref. You know, I figured that the stoppage wasn't coming because I know that Amir Khan can't put Paulie down. I guess for good, he can't put him away, and I figured his corner wouldn't throw in the towel, like because last time his corner threw in the towel, or his previous corner, Paulie was furious. So. But, I mean, the ref did a great stoppage, so, you know, more power to him. Now, what I'm going to say is going to sound very controversial, guys. Very, very controversial. But I got to go for it. I believe that, okay, Amir Khan did win every round of that fight. I mean, he was landing the harder, cleaner, more significant power shots. He was just catching Paulie. Paulie was just trying to do his best to avoid him and be slick. But you know what, guys? I gotta say, well, Paulie's stock is not gonna go up, but it won't go down. You gotta give it up to Paulie. Look at Paulie fighting like he took it to the champ. You know, he was fighting like for his life. Like it looked like he was genuinely trying to press the action and make it an exciting fight. More importantly, he was trying to take Amir Khan's title. You know, Paulie was very outgunned, okay, very outclassed, but he still tried to stop Amir Khan. He pressed the action and actually was able to penetrate his defense on numerous occasions and hit him with flush shots numerous times. But Amir Khan would always just fight back and push him back with his power shots. But the point is, you know, the controversy lies in what I'm going to say next. I believe Amir Khan has been slightly exposed in this fight. Paulie was able to penetrate his defenses numerous times. I think what they need to do with Amir Khan is and he looked gun shy. He looked, well, okay, fine. He looked nervous. It was his first fight on U.S. soil, or his American debut. He just looked very cautious, and he looked very stiff at times, you know, and Paulie was very loose and getting in there and trying to avoid his punches and punching him and using his jab. You know, Paulie pressed the action. On one occasion, Paulie took a really good right hand that sort of stunned him, but he just shook it off and just, you know, and just kept pressing forward, you know. So you got to give it up to Paul. Now, here's the controversy. He's been slightly exposed because after watching this fight, even though he dominated Paulie Malignaggi, I have no doubt in my mind, here comes the controversy, that he would get creamed by Timothy Bradley, or he would get creamed by Devon Alexander. Marcus Maidana, I'm still on the fence with it. I think he's got enough technical boxing skills to avoid Maidana, but Maidana will keep stalking him till the end. And it won't be Paulie Malignaggi who will be penetrating his defenses. This is going to be Marcos El Chino Maidana, a monster power puncher from down under Argentina. All right, this guy is no joke. All right, and if he even catches you partially, he's going to hurt you. So, but still, I believe in Amir Khan's speed. I believe in Amir Khan's accuracy. I believe in Amir Khan's heart and his determination. I believe in Amir Khan's trainer. So I'm on the fence with that one. But we'll see how he does against Marcos Maidana, and then I can have a clearer picture. But at this juncture, I just don't see him being the top two junior welterweights, which in my opinion are Bradley and Devon Alexander. You know, I think he'll get creamed. Can you imagine Timothy Bradley rushing in on Amir Khan? He's relentless. He will not. Man, you saw what he did to Nate Campbell. Anyway, you know, Devon Alexander would kill Amir Khan right now. I think that his next fight will be very telling. We'll see what he's made of. Guys, if you don't know what's going on right now, I'm going to tell it to you. I'm going to tell it to you right now. There's an unofficial round robin in the junior welterweight division right now as we speak. We got guys like Devon Alexander. We got guys like Timothy Bradley. We got guys like Marcos Maidana. Okay? We got guys like Amir Khan, all with different styles. Okay? You got to throw Juan Manuel Marquez in there. He's in the mix, you know. Victor Ortiz, redemption. Okay? Whooped Nate Campbell's ass yesterday. All right? He's in the mix. All right? You got Kirkland coming out of prison. No, wait. He might be a 154-pounder. But anyway, you got you know, Juan Urango, he's still a world-class fighter, okay? He's not going to be mentioned with the elite anymore. He'll probably fade away like Juan Diaz will fade away. You know, Paulie Malignaggi will eventually fade away, but he's just so charismatic. He's got such a huge fan base. There's plenty of big fights for him out there. He'll keep getting paid at least in the next 2-3 years. But guys, these are exciting times. I'd like to see Aaron Pryor fight all these guys. Can you imagine Aaron Pryor fight? I think, you know what? Leave your comments on what I'm going to say right now. I'd pick Aaron Pryor to whoop all these guys' asses. All of them. I'd say put them all in the ring. Put them all in the ring with Aaron Pryor. I bet you Aaron Pryor will whoop all of them at the same time. All right, the Hawk. He's no joke. You know, the best junior welterweight of all time. You know, maybe I'm just exaggerating. Well, no, he is the best junior welterweight of all time, hands down. Someone argue with me. Someone write down. I challenge someone to argue that with me. That who was better than Aaron Pryor at 140 pounds? All right, guys. Boxing knowledge. And remember, guys. Remember, please don't forget. Boxing is intelligence.